Hi, hello, and welcome to the Gadgetz channel with me, Ian, otherwise known as Ven, and we're straight into the thick of it because our base in Rosewood appears to have zombies in it. I've already killed one, but there's another one floating around. Look, there we go. So we'll take care of him. He came down from upstairs, so I'm going to check out upstairs before declaring sanctuary. Now, this shouldn't actually happen. Purely because... That's the light switch. I'll go turn on. Oh, someone's been busy clearing this out. Okay, fine. Turn it off because we don't want that on. And it looks like we're clear. Whether we're clear outside or not is another thing entirely. It really annoys me people taking the doors off. Anyway. So we've had these two guys visit us. Let's go check out the Granny Annex. Now we are fully enclosed with our fence now. So whether they've just spawned in, which they shouldn't do. Oh, that's the door. I thought that noise was there's Dave's Spiffo wagon. Okay, I'm not over encumbered, am I? No, right, okay. Fine, let's do a quick perimeter check. Okay, that usually they go for the gates and the and that, so I've expected that to go down. My new van. I love my new van. And that gate's fine as well. Okay, awesome. Right, so we've got plenty of water. And as you can see, if I just zoom in here and step out a bit, this rain catcher barrel is connected to the sink on the inside, which is just here. That's plumbed in, and then we've got barrels at the top here on this platform up here, which do the sinks on the second floor, which is why we've got fresh water. And I've managed to cut myself. How did I manage to do that? I'm wearing clothes. Scratch, bleeding, disinfect. So quick first aid tutorial. If you get scratched, it's important to disinfect the wound and then use a sterilised bandage on it if you've got one. Now, sterilising bandages is fairly easy. You can do it in 3 different ways. You can use disinfectant on a ripped strip or a bandage, or you can use bourbon, or you can just boil them in hot water. So you put the water on a stove, and if you've got electricity or even a fireplace, put the water on the fireplace, let it heat up, and then you use the bandage. You right click on the pot, and it gives you the ability to sterilise bandages in your inventory. Now that scratch came from the bush, annoyingly enough. Right, so anyway, we're hungry. We're always hungry. That's the trait of this character. Okay, so let's open a can of tuna. Let's open that. Right, so cans, they come in different varieties. You've got square cans and you've got round cans. Round cans in vanilla game require you to have a can opener, which I have in my backpack somewhere. In fact, I don't have one at all. And this is because we've used a mod called Common Sense, and Common Sense allows you to open cans and things like that with a knife. So you use my hunting knife, or it uses a screwdriver, it uses other bits and pieces, so that you can then open cans and then you can just eat them like that. So you're not restricted, and this is something that you would be able to do in normal life, or you would do in normal life. So quite happy with that. Right, so let's fill the bottles with water. So I've got plenty of water. Character's overexerted for doing stuff. Right, and I've got 2 crowbars for some reason. Don't need 2 crowbars. No, my thing's over here. Right, so we're heading down to Muldraugh again. I've got a crowbar in the back there, so I've got a spare crowbar. Let's dump it over here then. Don't need to carry 2 of them. They're both in good condition, so I'll just drop one in there. Don't need the pipe wrench either, so I can drop that in there. Although I might actually put that in the back of my car. Yeah, I'll put that in the back of the car. And I don't normally get scratched walking through bushes and things like that. It's got some gas cans in case I find some decent cars. Got some other bits and bobs. Now, I don't seem to have any friends with me this week. No Dave or Super at the moment. Give them time. Now, we did do some clearing out. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to get those bodies out from now. I'm just going to dump them outside. Don't want them lingering around because otherwise you end up with sicknesses and things like that. So take the key, put the key. I've died a lot of times, so I've got a lot of keys. So let's grab a corpse. Alright, so I'm overloaded, so my exertion will go up. Whilst I'm like this, don't think I can fight because I think the corpse is technically in my hands. If I do that, yeah, it just drops the body down. It's alright, Dave can partake in his new hobby of burying everything. Grab the corpse. For some reason there's a pair of shoes in the middle of the road. And there as well, by the looks of it. What I'm doing is I'm just getting my weapon out and that's dropping the bodies immediately. Now we can take some of these and turn them into strips of rope, but we don't really need to at the moment. Actually, I'm going to need to... Just going to wash up as well before I go. And shut the front door. This will take a few minutes, so this will give me a chance to explain. Right, so this week the snack of choice is Morrison's Salt and Vinegar 12s. We've had these before, they're lovely. I love the flavour of salt and vinegar. And of course we do have the old favourite, the pièce de résistance, a can of Red Bull. There we go. It may give you wings, but I just like the taste of it. Yeah, so Dave's got on chat and he'll be with us soon. Not sure about Super. Not entirely sure what he's doing. I think not entirely sure whether he said he was going off this week or not, or he might be joining us later, and that's the thing. But we're going to head down to Muldraugh. I have been down to Muldraugh this week, and I've done some clearing out. With a bit of luck, it'll be quiet. But first, what I'll do is I'll chop over to the Rosewood police station, see if I can pick up some shotgun shells. Also give me a chance to look into Rosewood, drop in at the petrol station, do a quick stock up, as it were, of like chips and things to eat. Despite the fact that it's a pretty nice sunny day here in the UK, the temperatures aren't that hot. It's fairly cold. Alexa, what's the temperature today?
At the moment, it's 8 degrees Celsius. Tonight, you can expect a low of 4 degrees.
Anyway, let's turn that off. Thank you very much, Alexa. Alright, so I didn't get to do this last week because everybody else used the water, I seem to remember. Got some wood glue. Wood glue needs to go back in the thingy, so I've used the wood glue to fix the baseball bat. I've got some salt in there as well. What have I got? Salt. But once again, I'm going to get rid of those hedges. I hate those hedges. I don't care whether they're Benston's or not. Well, let's get rid of the salt. Can I thought you could clean this stuff up.
Hello.
Ah! The prodigal son has returned.
Well, I'm running a little late this morning, so.
I figured that could be a thing. Dave's
So,
rounding
I'm gonna
something off.
get some dad duties done here, and then I'll get my stuff going here.
All right, cool. I'm just heading in to Rosewood. I'm going to check out the police station, and I'm going to get some snacks from the petrol station.
The grocery store?
Or the grocery store, one or the other. And then I'm going to head down to Muldraugh.
Alright.
See what else I can do. The base
Well, I
is
might take
ready.
and have another. I might take and go ahead and have a fire burning over by those warehouses.
Okay. Good morning, Chubby Mule. Welcome back. Good to see you again. Okay, so we've got some groups in Rosewood. We've got a really large group just there. Now, machete's great, but I really wish I had a katana. You dastardly zombies, I was clean. So a katana would usually take care of those guys in one shot. But so far, we haven't seen any. And I've only seen one machete, which is the one I'm using. And that guy's taken far too many hits to go down. Going for the double hit here. He missed. Yep, and they're still coming. Oh, missed. Stand on a chest. Right, okay, so yeah, more unfriendlies. Oh, Mr. Popularity today, it seems. Any more? So straight off the bat, straight into a big fight. Awesome. It's just what you don't want. It's like, yeah, I really don't want that much action early on in a game. Especially in one where it's a survival horror. Okay. Mostly I'm looking for things like crisps and... I heard that. They must be upstairs then. Or out the back. Tortilla chips, we'll eat those straight off the bat. Okay, there's not a great deal here. It's all sort of water and jelly beans and things like that. There's no sort of like granolas and stuff like that. So what I might do... Ah, there we go. Just going to quickly nip outside and tackle that one. Literally better out than in. So I'm not going to shout because I know I'll regret it. And they're just going to loot everything, so it at least has a chance to respawn. I'm just going to drop it in a singular container. Might keep all of the jelly beans and stuff. Definitely not going to be short on fluids in this one. Now the sunflower seeds are okay. Okay, what have we got on the floor here? Let's loot all of that. Let's be tidy and put it in the bin. So we don't need any of this. It's a candy package, gum. Gonna keep the sunflower seeds. Take the garbage bag. Delete all. Yeah, get rid of that lot. Nobody needs it. Keep that. Pop. See, what I'll do with that. See, again, rotten stuff, rotten food. Bottles of water up there. The nutritional values are attributed to foods. Yes, they are. So eating a proper meal gives you more calories, gives you more nutritional value from it. So if you take a look at this, it says all it really does is give you a negative to your hunger and your unhappiness. So in other words, your happiness goes up more because you're eating sweets. But it only takes away a little bit of your hunger, whereas if you're eating a substantial meal, it takes away more of your hunger and you get more happiness from it. Now, what you can do is if you've trapped rodents or rabbits or birds, and you've got meat to use, you can mix that together with cans of food or mushrooms that you foraged or other bits and pieces that you foraged that you can put in, and you can make a casserole or a roast meal. And you can add salt and pepper to it, and and that creates a really healthy, nutritious meal which keeps you full for longer, basically. But yeah, that's kind of how it works. Right. So yeah, cooking. I mean, I did a lot about on this a long time ago, and it literally is a case of cooking is your path to happiness. Because one of the problems that you get in PZ is that your character can become depressed quite quick, and that's purely because they're not eating. So it's the same. It's kind of like having the same effect as if you was eating dog food. Dog food has a massive negative effect on your happiness levels. So although it does get rid of your hunger, it does make you thoroughly miserable as well. So you have to be careful for that. Right, let's just check the stock room. But yeah, it's always better to eat a nutritious meal over just garbage food. Really, it does get rid of that. It might increase your calorie levels, but there is actually a tool which Joe used to use a lot called minimal display bars, and that would show in more detail the levels of things such as calories you've got and intakes and things like that. So the roasting pan, I like the roasting pan, I'll grab that. I'll grab an empty bowl as well because I remember Super talking about them. Let's grab another roasting pan. Did I grab two or did I grab one? Have I got one in my backpack as well? I thought I grabbed more than one. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just swapped it into another cabinet. So yeah. Right, so here's a good opportunity actually. What I was saying about dog food. There's actually dog food here. So it's actually telling me the calories. So it's like 498 calories, carbohydrates 77, protein 16, fat 12. But it's not telling me how nutritious it is or what it does to me as a person. So we're going to open the dog food. I'm not going to eat it. But it gives you the idea. It says unhappiness plus 50. So you're going to be very, very unhappy, but it does give you a massive boost to your hunger, so making you less hungry by 30. So it's a case of desperation may save you, but it will also make you desperately unhappy at the same time. And we're going to do what we're supposed to do with that, and that's just bung it in the bin. Oh, we seem to have a party at my car. Hello. Right, one of the other things that really kind of annoys me about this game is years ago, and maybe a couple of years ago now, is this guy had a duffel bag on him. Well, we were just fighting a guy with a duffel bag, and there it is. And if you saw somebody carrying a bag, it would usually have something in it. So I'm just going to dump this on the floor, and it's got nothing in it. So survivors who are carrying bags used to have things in their backpacks. They don't anymore, and I find that really infuriating. Because they'd have things like lighters and, you know, knives, this, that, and the other. I've actually got a full tank, so I don't need to go anywhere here. Right. Oh, okay. Don't understand why Rosewood is so popular all over again. Now, I'd like to point out that the majority of settings for this playthrough on the server are standard. So all of the spawn rarities are the same and all of that. Right, so I actually need to sort of stop here, check out the Zippy Market for more junk food. Yeah, well, we had a look around Louisville with my admin, and it is absolutely rammed. And I mean rammed. There is an obscene amount of zombies out there. It is utterly ridiculous. Oh, right, yeah, I just saw that one just fade out. It's like, yeah. Well, is it not hideously rammed? Yeah, there's still Z's around. See, there's a lighter. Why is grab lighters? Eyes makeup, awesome. That should just say eye makeup. It's a singular, not a plural. You do have two eyes, but you only make up one at a time. The defo lost in translation thing. Has its uses, but it's not as good as wood glue. Wood glue is far better. Nice. Things are going overly well. You might have noticed. Alright, so whilst those guys are not particularly too worried about me, I'm just going to take out this geezer. Dive into the Zippy Mark. Grab the chips. There's someone. There's two someones actually. I seem to have the Supertone popularity magnet this week. They are coming from far and near. Or near and far. And the thing is you have to deal with them, otherwise they're going to sneak up on you and take you out the back. Right, so there's a bread shetty. And by that I mean that they've got a knife sticking out of them rather than an actual machete, which would be infinitely more useful. Now it's interesting to think that when Project Zomboid was originally released, it was actually sprite based. Sunflowers, tortilla chips, we've grabbed the red licorice, love red licorice. Although I don't know why I'm saying that because, you know, let's face it, I'm not the one eating it. Oh, grab the Electronics magazine. Let's drop those on the floor just in case we get respawns. Something spawning that's useful. Right, let's drop some of this malarkey in the back of the van. And continue our adventures in Rosewood. Well, PZ does have quite a large following at the moment, Dave. And I think as it improves, as it gets better, as new things are introduced, I mean, NPCs, actually NPC people are going to make a huge difference to the game, because you're going to have survivors who are trying to traverse the map to get home to their loved ones, because like from the initial outbreak. What I really would like to see is some kind of sort of like survivor management idea, so that you've got survivors, you build up a team of survivors. Well, I'm not so sure whether quest NPCs are coming in. I don't think they've mentioned that. Oh, actually, yeah, no, maybe they have. I've got an inkling that something like that may be coming, but that won't be for build whatever yet. So, NPCs, first off, what they're doing is they're introducing NPC animals. So, what you'll initially see are rats and things scurrying around where you can trap, and they're introducing NPC animals like cows, sheep, chickens, and also you'll be able to go hunting for deer, and you'll be able to use the inspector icon to look for animal tracks and follow animal tracks, and then hunt down deer and do all that sort of thing. Build 42 is coming with a huge update in the crafting system. Just look beyond there, make sure there's nobody in there. Not so sure whether they're introducing a huge spiffo or not. No. Oh, hello. I don't like the sound of that. I'm going to shut the door. Huh? Yes, that was a shock. Right. Super wanted 9 mils. I'm just going to loot all of that. And then, yeah, loot all of that as well. It's empty. Right, so let's get out. hopefully I won't have to fight anything because I'm quite overburdened. Just dump it all in the back of the car. Right, and that is rosewood. Just on my way out, I'm going to drop in at the Gigamart as well, see if there's any fresh produce that's turned up that I can stuff my face with. Because that's what it's all about. Stuffing your face. Project Zomboid. It's all about stuffing your face, really. Alright, so not many Z's around, thankfully. I say, madam. Oh, hello, looks like we've got some upstairs zombies. Bit of repopulation by the looks of it. I'll target the damn thing. And then run away. Oh, look. Not a machete, but one of my favourites. An axe. Thank you very much. The Axeman Maxman returneth. Now I did see one down here. There he is. Right, so these haven't restocked because they're all empty. I emptied them all out last week. Go on. Did that other one just bugger off out the back there? It's a letter opener. Letter openers are of no use to anybody. Take them a desker. Red licky. And then defend myself. It's a nice choke point. Yes, that one did just fall from the sky. And that one's appeared from nowhere over on the right there, but again, choke point. Any more? Yeah, two more. Two more? Are they having a party up there or something? Yeah. It's probably had a voice chat for a long time. We just don't use it because, you know, Discord does it better. That's the problem with in-game stuff is things like Discord. And back in the day, you used to have things like Ventrilo, which did all of that voice stuff for you. It's not really until recent times. Well, that's an interesting thing to say, Dave, because if you think about it, I don't know whether you saw the stuff that was happening in Skyrim with the AI chat stuff, like ChatGPT and a couple of other AI. One that converts text to the like voice. So like basically you've got one that takes your voice, turns it into text, passes it to ChatGPT, which turns it into a response, which then passes it out to another AI, which then articulates it in the voice of the NPCs in the game. So you can actually ask the NPCs in game things about, you know, their life and what they did, what they're doing today, and you know, and I think that's how games are going to go. And Nvidia and What's the other company that makes GPUs? Is it AMD? I can't think off the top of my head. But they're all going heavily into AI. So, you know, I think that's going to be a thing where you'll be playing games, the sort of puzzle games, I guess, or the puzzle elements of games will be based about you asking questions and getting specific responses from the NPCs. I think that's how it's. I think that's where it's going. Honestly, at least that seems to be the way of things. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but it's not a great thing either. Because of course, you're going to need a more powerful PC. Yay! But there's lots of cans of food here still. We're so not going to go hungry anytime soon. There's an empty tin can there that someone's put back. That's you, Dave, isn't it? That was you, Dave. You know it was you. Take the chocolate for the mouse traps and the granola. Oh, you've got vinegar here and all sorts. Take the sunflower seeds. We can trap bird traps, sticky traps. Yeah, you make polite, casual conversation to the NPCs while you're robbing them, just to distract them for a minute. Right, so sardines, canned tuna, and corned beef. They're all cans. They're all square cans, which under normal circumstances you do not need a can opener for, whereas all the others you do. That's in the vanilla game. That was a surprise. I thought, why would they be putting an apron, a corset, pants, sneakers, socks, and I realised I'm on top of a dead body. That was just a bit of a surreal moment then. Let's see if the ice cream's turned up in the fridges again. Yeah, it's all gone rotten. Look. Melted, rotten. Not entirely sure whether... I'm sure Super can set me straight on this, but I'm not entirely sure whether you can use rotten ice cream for anything. Right. Okay. Well, whilst I'm in the sanctity of a car, open the Crispies. Now, if you've never seen what a salt and vinegar 12 from Morrison's looks like, it's like that. It is literally a twirly crisp. And it's actually quite a good salt and vinegar. It's not too strong. It's not one of those salt and vinegars that makes you sort of like, oh. Right, let's get back to base. See if we have any visitors. Yeah, so anyway, like I was saying, I really hope they introduce kind of like a management system for the NPCs, so you can build up a... Because this was one of the things that I felt was really missing from...
Alright, I'm back.
From not Dying Light, what's that other one? Not Left 4 Dead.
What are we talking about?
I'm just trying to remember the name of the game that I've played. This is another zombie apocalypse one.
Back for Blood?
No.
Surrounded?
No. It's an older one than that. It's not Dead Island either, Dave, but good idea. All good ideas. It's one of those. There's two iterations of it as well. And the one that springs to mind is Dying Light, and I know that's not right. It's really infuriating. It's not Call of Duty Zombies either, no. Oh, there's my can opener. I did wonder where it disappeared to. Right, so we'll get all this clobber out the back of my wagon. Including the electronics mag. The fiberglass stock, the garbage bags. I only need one shotgun. Don't need the M9 or the magazines. Don't need the quagga cakes, the peanuts, or all of that red licorice. The roasting pan, don't need that. Don't need the sunflowers, seeds. Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah. Not too much going on around here.
No, I did have to kill a couple of these when I spawned in today. And then,
Probably had a server reboot.
not that I'm aware of, but you know, strange things have happened.
I see Dave's been on with bringing burgers and stuff back.
Does he? All right, good man. I know there's a lot of people playing that new game that's come out, Helldivers 2.
Dave said State of Decay.
State of Decay, that's the one. Thank you very much, Dave. State of Decay 2, because you build up a base in that. You get a list of get your survivors, but then you can't really do anything with them. They just stand around doing stuff. You can't say, right, okay, well, I want that group to go out and gather this kind of materials. I need to go gather food. I need you to go and gather, forage for food in the forest. I need you to go collect wood. I need this and that and that kind of thing. You can't do that. I'm really hoping they can add something like that into the game. But it won't be for a very, 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 very long time. Let's be fair.
Add a little egg to my stir fry.
I found a roast pan. So we've got 3 roast pans now. So cooking pot with water. So what you can do with this is, when you've got a cooking pot with water, is you can now sterilise bandages. So if I have a look at my hurty, remove that bandage. Now you need clean water to clean the bandage. And then if I go back over here, I can then disinfect bandage. There we go. And then I've now got a clean bandage, sterilised. You can see how quickly that healed up. Alright, tortilla chips, sunflower seeds, quagga cakes, peanut butter, chocolate, old friend chocolate. I also found an axe.
Awesome.
It was door dashed to me.
You gotta love those door dashers, huh?
Yeah, they're awesome, aren't they?
Even when they're dead, they can still bring you food or anything.
Yeah, I also found an empty bowl as well, which I'll put in the oven. Oh, I can get rid of the bourbon as well, because we usually use bourbon for medicinal purposes. So I usually put it in there with the medical stuff. The axe, I can probably leave the axe in the back of the car. Yet another backup weapon. One of my favourites, to be fair. I've still got a generator in the back of my car for some reason. Oh yeah, that was it. It was supposed to be for Muldraugh. There's 2 garages in Muldraugh. There's one on the south end and one in the middle. And I've given one of them a generator, and the other one doesn't, because getting to it has been something of a nightmare. So that's what we're going to be doing next. Okay, so I've got some food.
No, I didn't spill blood on the carpet.
That was me. That was me fighting off nasties that spawned in the house. I apologise in advance. Oh, well, not in advance, because it's a bit late for that. Right, I'm going to head down to Muldraugh.
Morning, Joker. And thanks for redeeming the FBI. I actually turned it down a little bit after last time.
Okay. You need bleach. Okay. You have to clean the carpet. Yeah.
But yes, I'm still kind of waking up, so ain't quite got me on that one.
Yeah, it's early morning for Super, whereas for me it's early afternoon.
Exactly.
I just need to check something on my phone, make sure the family's right, because they're out and about at the minute. My wife has had to have an emergency dentist this morning. She's had a pain in her tooth. She's been putting up with it for a while because we just haven't had a dentist for years. Because where I live, all of the dentists have gone private, and we're NHS. So that kind of presents us with a problem, is that we haven't been with a dentist for quite some time, and so we've been putting off dental work for quite a long time. As well, and dental isn't something that you get as part of the national. Well, you get it as part of the National Health Service, which you get in the UK, but then you have to have a dentist that actually supports national health patients, and there used to be a rule that if you were a newly qualified dentist, you had to do 1 year as an NHS dentist. And that was fine, because that worked out great. Because even though every time I went to the dentist I'd see a different dentist, you know, I still saw an NHS dentist. They took that rule away. So instead of doing NHS, all of the dentists went straight to private. And it's like, for that I actually have to pay extra because it's private healthcare, not national healthcare.
Right. And it goes, Joker. I mean, just kind of waking up. I do have a new energy drink I'm trying out this week here. Been trying. Called Dubby.
You can't beat Red Bull.
Well, I'm
sorry,
I don't like the taste of Red Bull.
I am biased. Let's face it. So, what's it? Is it coming in different flavours?
But Dubby?
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes in different flavors. So the one I'm drinking is actually a peach. It's called Beach and Peach.
So I'm assuming. From that, I assume, and it is an assumption, that the sunshine part of this is orange. So it's orange and peach.
Actually, it's just kind of like a peach flavor.
Oh, just peach flavoured, okay.
Yeah, okay, make sure I got a cocktail with me today.
No flavours assumed. Oh, apparently you died. Again.
Apparently I died?
Yeah, you had to get... Dave's just saying something about getting your body back.
Unless he's going to get my old one that you already killed.
Yeah, I did that. I got his old body. Yeah, okay, so it's only once then, mate. Dave's behind the curve on that conversation.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I haven't died yet since that day.
Yes, I found Super's old body wandering around in a cake shop.
Well, I mean, at least I have some taste.
He died doing what he loved, eating cake. Oh, yeah.
At least my character was eating good.
Yeah. Well, there was always that, isn't it? What am I doing? So I'm actually trying to do something else as well. Like umpteen things on the go at once, which is not great. Look, it's a man multitasking, okay? It doesn't happen often. Proof it does work, or it does happen at least once. Oh, hello. It's interesting. Sorry. That's actually quite interesting, and it shows just how in-depth the game is. What Dave's saying is that if your hands are too injured, you can't trade with somebody.
I don't know what.
Ah, right, here we are. This is where I want to be. I need to send that there, and then I can dive in here. We can see what's in this. Again, we're going to quickly chip into the... I always take that one more than the second one. I always get it wrong. See what goodies we've got in the garage that have respawned. They may or may not. Again, I'm looking for sort of crisps and things like that. Crisps. Oh, alcoholic wipes. Just use one of those. We'll grab some of them. Anything, Dave? Loot the maps. Loot the maps. We're just going in the bin anyway. Oh, bugger. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. It's all going hideously wrong. Map, magazine, map. Word search, bin. Yeah, they can all go in there. I have no fear for Dave is watching my back. So
He was watching your back?
yeah.
That's a scary thought.
Yeah. I like the way that we quite often see things on the back on the shelves, like empty cans and things like that. It's like, yeah, that's not really very useful. Oh, more alcohol wipes. Oh, plonkies. So you just eat the tortilla chips because they.
You guys in Muldraugh?
We are at the gas station or petrol station at the south end of Muldraugh. Oh, dehydrated milk sticks.
All right, shotgun going on back. Baseball bat going that way.
How do jelly beans even taste? I've never ate them. They just taste mostly like sugar and a flavour.
Depends on the flavor that you get. I mean,
yeah. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay. Pedro robot for my god. have some strange conversations in the channel. You really do.
Yes, we do. But would it be a day of doing that if we didn't do that?
True. No, no gas tanks. Right, okay. So, next stop, the police station. And a 12. I remember. I have a 12. Now, hopefully, because I've spent some time in Muldraugh over this last week, I always forget that that's there. There's less bad guys. Here's last week's massacre. Because I walked into the back. Oh no, we've got unfriendlies in there. Okay, they're diving out the window. That's nice. Ow. You bugger. Coming in from the left, Dave. It's got one just inside the door. Come on, you bugger. This way. Yeah, so last time I came in here, I sort of walked through this door and was immediately accosted. There's at least 3 in the corridor. They're probably coming in from the side. Please don't use a shotgun. It's coming. Okay, he's walked into the side room. He completely ignored us, walked in the side room. So I'm going around the side. Again, I'm not going to shout. Mostly because I'm not an idiot, but...
On a day like this, you need Joe.
Okay. There is now in that room. I'm just going to go around the side of the building. Take a bit of a wide berth so they can't immediately jump in. There's nothing there either. Okay, so this hasn't respawned at all. Oh, that had some loot in it. Not much. Oh, that was the floor. Okay. Oh, I'm going to use Dave for protection. Gonna use my
Dave's
personal...
the meat shield today?
Yeah, it's like there was a zombie. I came out of the sort of like the lock-up area where all of the ammunition and guns are, and there was a zombie waiting in the hallway. So I just walked away from it. Dave was waiting at the other end of the corridor, so I just walked around him. It's like, yeah, I'll use Dave as a shield. Dave's the meat shield for today. Ah, right, okay, so... Oh, yeah.
Alright, so... I'm gonna have a little fun here. I'm gonna do some burning today.
You're not allowed fun. I'm sorry. So did you put a poll up about burning things this week?
No.
Oh my god, those lazy zombies just laying up against the wall. God, there's a few there. Let's
Because this week
avoid
it's
those.
actually a definite burning.
Okay, well here's some. Oh god, yeah, they've definitely respawned again. For a server that has no respawns. Still, I don't think I actually got this far. With the carnage that I managed to produce. I think I got to the crossroads, which is further up. Still, there's a few Z's there. Because we haven't really cleared out that end of Muldraugh much.
We do not care about this diner, do we?
It depends on whether you eat there regularly or not.
Well, this one up by the...
This is where I got to. And yes, I just accidentally crashed into the garage. And woke up all the zombies. And there's quite a few. There's some outside. Oh, that one literally just went straight through the window. Oh, yeah, that woke up a few. Now, saying that, I mean...
An early midday burning.
There's a few. These, I mean, it's nothing outrageous like it was before. So I'm going to use this as a golden opportunity to grab that generator and just put it there, and then hopefully I can connect it. There we go.
Yeah, that's a burning gone bad.
Oh, yeah. So no, I think what we need to say now at this point, Super, is no, we don't care about that diner. Because it's too late by the sounds of it.
No, it's a burning gone bad because I missed my target.
Okay.
The mullet went out before I could get any zombies onto it. Alright, so we should have Pua and access to fuel. But you know what? You gonna leave them behind? I'm gonna go get it.
That's right, Super. You leave it all behind, mate.
I just left them at the diner.
That really annoys me when you say take fuel, fill up all of your gas cans, and then it blatantly doesn't do it. Well, let's turn that off.
You know, the thing is, I've noticed on other servers, multiplayer servers, that it has been doing that too with respawning.
Where it's basically ignored the fact that respawns are turned off.
Yeah.
So it's not just us then. It's a problem in general. Gonna eat my way through.
So, I am eating some corned beef hash for breakfast this morning.
Awesome. This sounds great.
It's basically corned beef and potatoes.
Admittedly, it doesn't sound massively nutritious.
Well, it's better than sugar cereal.
Yeah, true. Right, now I've been trying to get this gas station powered up for weeks because of the respawns. Now, you'll see the carnage as we go up. I've been doing a lot of burning. Right, yeah, I'll just shut off the Jenny. I can hear Dave stuffing himself in my wagon. And I've just done something stupid. What I did is I got in the car
Morning, Nico.
and moved straight away. So what
That
happened?
is true. I avoided crash and crashed.
Right, so what I did is I got in my car, and in my car, it basically, because the engine was running, I was able to move straight away. And because I did that, the door didn't shut properly. And that means that if I, stop and let the zombies turn up, they'll be able to still get at me because the door of the car isn't shut. It's really annoying. Because you would have thought that one, because you hear the slam, but you have to hear it slam twice, basically. Yeah, there's a lot less zombies up this end of the map. There's still pockets of resistance. Or as my mate Phil would say, we have to bring democracy to them.
Bring some democracy?
Yep, democracy by voting to kill them. You want to check out the storage units, do you, Dave? You feeling that kind of brave? Okay.
I see you guys have already been here with the cleaning out the shelving here.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been to the police station. There was nothing in the police station. I can choose, Dave. I have the power to choose, and I choose that we're going to support your insanity. And we're going to go for these storage units, where there's a lot of zombies.
Hey, you guys doing some storage unit looting without me?
Yeah. We might be.
Which storage units you guys going to? I'm coming.
The ones near the end, where we have a base. It's after the crossroads.
Oh. Well, I see some... I see some riffraff over here by the... Let's go ahead and do this.
That one's got a nightstick. There it is. Nightstick. The nightstick and the nightstick is in good condition, unlike my character who's about to
Time to wake up. This project This is Helldive. This is the new version of Helldivers.
Absolutely. This is Helldivers 2. You can see how awesome it is.
But yeah, Super is actually doing a little extreme.
Oi, it's a bread chetty. You can see the knife sticking out of him. However, because of the size, people always think it's a machete. It's not. It's a bread knife. That's what it's called, a bread chetty. Yeah, they definitely T-boned this, and the only way to get into that storage unit is by moving these cars. But oh, it's not actually a storage unit. It's a auto repair shop, so that's all right.
Holy cow!
Gas cans, manuals, wire.
I stirred up a hornet's nest up here.
Good for you. You deal with that.
I will deal with that.
It sounds like
it's
a you
up here
problem.
by the police station.
Sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. Gonna take the jacks. I don't think I've actually got a jack.
Well, now I
in the
got
back
my
of car,
beta blockers. I'm not panicked.
which is good. Whereas, actually, I've just emptied my water bottle. Hopefully, that will take care of it. Awesome. So this is referring to the water bottle that I've got in my main inventory. Your character, if you've got that water bottle there, whether no matter what water bottle it is, provided it's not like a fruit drink or anything like that, your character will take drink of water out of it. Yes, it's amazing how the trailer is behind the car, but facing in completely the wrong direction. It's a work of genius, that is. Absolute genius. Right, okay, so we've got bad guys in that first unit, because you can see the door shaking. So we're not going to open that in any great hurry. They can open that themselves.
Okay, I have some zombie despawning happening.
And in the third one as well. Not that one, Dave. Right, so that's empty. Yep. So doors 1, 3 and 4 have zombies behind them. Right, so the pry open option isn't usually available. This again is common sense mod in action. Works on windows, doors, car doors, that kind of thing. It's really useful. And it literally is exactly what it says on the tin. It just adds common sense things to do in the game. Ugh, dog food. Oh, Hunter magazine. I'm going to grab that because I don't think I've read that. I've already read it, so we've already got it somewhere. It's a trumpet and a guitar. What more could you want? Tent pegs, gravel bags, comic books, long johns, padded jerky, and a chair. Okay. Oh, okay. Dave's found something. Ah, a generator. 2 generators in the same storage unit. Yeah, just take it and shove
So
it
I'm
in the car.
gonna lose these guys. I'm gonna go get my deuce and half tow truck.
No, we won't be able to get both of these in the truck, so what I'm just going to do is we'll take them up to the base and drop them at the base. That way we can pick them up at our leisure. That way they're a bit more... Oh. Looks like Dave's fighting. I guess I better join him.
If he really wants to fight, I mean...
I'm making the bold assumption because I took a generator out. I'm going to put a generator back into the boot of the car. It could be a complete fantasy. It's not. It's good. We're all good. Awesome. Right, so what we'll do is we'll actually take those to the next place where we make a base, which is usually Louisville. But I get the feeling West Point is going to be our next port of call for a base. Well, this is some sort of...
Well, if we do West Point, we might as well go for the mansions just outside.
Yeah.
All right, old girl. Old deuce and a half. It's time we go to work.
And one thing I will say about West Point is it's usually a good... It's usually a good place, he says. I love the woolly hat, mate. It's usually a good place for... which is really odd, but it's a good place to get katanas. Obviously, they're a popular item in West Point. Ooh, seeds. We'll take seeds. So, yeah, 4.2, when it comes out, there's a big upheaval in the crafting system. Oh, wood glue, taking wood glue. So, you will be able to make a lot more things, you know, pottery and blacksmithing and things like that. You'll be able to melt stuff down. And fishing has changed, or will change. It won't be a case of just dangling a rod in the water and that'll be it. It'll be a case of having to play sort of like a mini game to get fish. You know, so I mean, there's a few videos online. I've seen some that Mr. Atomic Duck has done. Anything of interest, Dave? Any bleach? No? Okay. Let's eat some sardines. Thankfully, you can't accidentally click on the wood glue and eat that. No. We don't. Well, at least we know where there is one. In fact, we know where there's two. Right, they're going to be ages opening this. Do you want to, Dave? If I this is going to be a bad idea. Dave, if I open these doors, will you take out the zombies inside? Oh, you want me to take them out? Okay, you open it, I attack. Right, okay. We're all going to die hideously. No? Is that the one thing? The streamer has to live. There's no guarantees of that, meow fruit. It didn't work, mate. Behind you, mate.
Speed bumps.
It's another generator. Might just dump that on the curb. Right, okay, same again. It's always a tense moment, that. Ooh. Right, so Dave's taking a seat because using the crowbar to open doors does actually give you some exertion. Yeah, ready. Let's do it. And that one has 2 generators in it. This is Generator City, this place. Yeah, and there was a police officer in it as well, for whatever reason. He was guarding the generators, that's what he was doing. Very valuable generators in here. Just take the digital shelf. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, if you guys got time to come help, give me some assistance down at near the video store.
Oh, Woodcraft 3 there, Dave. I've got that. You want help by the video store. Do you mean to say that you kicked up a hornet's nest and you now need help?
Well, you know, if people would actually do their job and clear out this area properly.
That's a very weak excuse. I can't fit anything else back in my car.
I mean, whoa, now they're despawning again.
Yeah, you see, you're not doing your job properly and destroying them. That's why they're despawning.
I'm running the hell out of them. I'm running over them like crazy.
Yeah, as Dave says, the Zeds are hacking. They're all hackers. There's no Project Zomboid project hacking, not quite. Weaving around, dodging the Z's. It's still surprised at just how many Zeds there were. Right, let's see how much of Muldraugh Supertone set on fire.
I haven't set any of it on fire.
Oh, that makes a nice change. You probably find it's a specific word in some language. Have I bypassed it? Have I gone past the video shop?
I don't think so. I've been here.
Oh, there you are. Oh my god! Where did you get all of them from?
I'm gonna live by a don't ask, don't tell scenario.
Well, I used to have a good machete. Now I get the feeling it's going to be not a good machete in the future.
So how do we got the helicopter? Do we have it on sometimes or?
Sometimes. That's the default setting for this mode. Okay, so Pixel Berserk Studios. Hello, welcome to this channel. Thanks for getting on the chat and saying hi. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask. I always try and explain what I'm doing as I'm going along. So if you're interested in playing the game and not learning the game mechanics, then you've come to the right place. Now we're playing multiplayer. There's 3 of us in the game at the moment. I have my own server running. It's Apocalypse mode, so it's on the hardest mode there is. But we're currently in the town of Muldraugh. Yes, that large bang was Supertone.
Did you see that?
No, I did. Oh my god, and that's a lot of zombies. Right, so Supertone.
All of a sudden they spawned in right around me.
Oh right. Oh okay. Yeah, that's a problem.
So I'm guessing that's part of the despawn.
Right, so I'll kind of try and keep them busy as well as take them out. If you guys could shoot them. Ah, hello, stranger.
Let me take some more beta blockers here real quick.
How about some zombie blockers? That'd be useful. Yeah, so... Oh, coming in from behind.
What's that?
Right, so... I've got a few spears. And I've got quite a few bits and pieces for backup. I wouldn't stay there, Dave. Yeah, so I take a lot of negative traits so I can get more positive traits. I mean, things like weak stomach, slow learning, I don't really need, purely because oh, missed that. We're not going to be eating dodgy food, so... Oh, hello, Dave. And because we've got Book Learner installed, we don't need the XP bonuses. We're not going to be doing things to learn the skills. Notice I'm the only one not using a gun of any kind. Oh my god.
Yeah, but that Van.
Coming in from your left, guys.
Notice I'm doing the most damage on these guys, though.
Yep.
Yeah, they are a little upset that they didn't get invited to brunch. My friends didn't.
Oh, okay, let's run away. Just get a little bit of distance, get Supertone to shoot them. To your left, Super.
I seen them. But yes, my friends didn't get invited to brunch, so they got a little bit... They're a little upset at me.
Don't get too entrenched. Well, okay, so this is clearing out Muldraugh quite nicely, although it's fairly desperate, let's face it. It's one of those times when there's a few of you like this, you can literally sweep through. And we used to do this with Joe all the time.
Yeah, but the thing is, I've gotten quite handy with this shotgun.
They're still coming in.
You'd have to admit, I've gotten pretty good at the shotgun.
Yeah. And let's be fair, you've had a lot of practice. To be fair, going with Hard of Hearing hasn't really affected the character that badly. Whoops. You still see Z's coming in. Yeah.
I'm taking some more beta blockers.
Haven't needed to yet. My character's a real hero. It's desensitized already what it is. So sometimes it's good to have a mix like this where you've got a few doing melee, a few doing shotguns and pistols and things like that.
Coming around these guys up.
The problem with making a lot of noise is a lot more zombies turn up. Yeah, basically, I'll go through my traits and why I chose them. When there's a good point to do so. At the moment, there isn't a point to do that, so I'll talk about it before I sign off.
Alright.
It's going to say, what
Well,
happened to
I
my
think
truck?
we
It's not
painted
my
the
truck.
town.
I have painted the town red. Yeah, that is for sure.
Eat myself some of this stir fry.
I don't think these guys have got anything interesting on them. Let's just have a quick nose.
There was a guy back there with a backpack.
Yeah, but you know full well the backpack will contain nothing. Never does. Why has that guy got 3 cowboy hats? Oh, it's the floor, that's why. Okay, cool. Right, here's my car. Right, I'm going to sit in my car. Right, now I want you to listen carefully to this. 1, 2. 2 doors. Right, okay, so let's have a quick look at my traits whilst I'm able to. So I have got slow learner, because I don't need the XP stuff because we've got book learner. I've got hard of hearing.
Awesome catch there, Gracie.
Weak stomach. Short-sighted. And then I've got speed demon, cat size, dexterous, fast reader, because we actually read books. Outdoorsman. Now, outdoorsman should stop you from getting cut by bushes and things, but it doesn't always work like at the start of the video. Brave. That's why I don't get panicked. I've got brave. I've got graceful. Inconspicuous, thick-skinned, out of shape, and overweight. So the negatives that I've taken, some of which don't really matter because we've got mods installed which counteract them, kind of thing. And weak stomach, you're only going to be eating decent food, so that's not really going to be a problem either. And that gives you extra points to buy the other traits. So things like brave and thick-skinned. I always take outdoorsman, which is this leaf icon, because it stops you catching colds if you get wet, which you do a lot in this game, and if you're coughing and sneezing and that, you're obviously making noise, you're attracting zombies, and all that sort of thing. So that's the build that I went with in the game, and it does serve me very well, and usually does.
Dave, you stole my kill.
Let's go and eat the meat stick. There we go.
Yeah, we got a cowboy coming from the south there.
Yeah, spears are really good if you want to level up your carpentry.
Hey, Cheese, what's happening? Not much. We just had a zombie massacre happen.
Yeah. Spears are very good. They are very good weapons. And the higher your crafting skill in carpentry, the better quality spears you will create. And they will last longer as a result. Okay, because if you create a spear as a level 1, level 2 carpenter, you'll perhaps take out a couple of zombies if you're lucky.
But yes, Cheese, we just did a massacre. All this blood and stuff that's on the ground.
It's fresh. It's fresh blood on the ground.
Exactly. We just painted the town red.
Deliberately. Okay, that's not what I thought it was going to be. Oh, there's the door. Oh, Dave, I've found some bleach and cleaning fluids if you want them. In the
A lot of Daisy, huh?
Didn't Daisy get an update?
I don't know. I haven't played it myself.
I'm not entirely sure, but I thought that 1.24 came out. I might have that wrong. I mean, they've been varying bits on the internet about it that I've seen, and I quite enjoyed playing Daisy. I really like sort of like trying to get the cars going and looking for the parts and all of that. I've picked it all up, Dave. I've got it. If you want it, I'll just drop it on the floor. Bleach. There it is.
And yes, Gracie, I've...
Right, so bleach bottles are great because once you finish with them, you can use them as water bottles and they carry twice as much as a normal water bottle. Yeah, oh, you picked up the boxing gloves.
Yeah, there was a lot of...
Dave's picked up boxing
See, you want to
gloves.
know where I got...
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Yeah, there's a bunch behind the... You ready for another massacre, Ben?
Yeah, always.
Come back up to the greens.
Okay, alright.
I'm about to bring massacre. There's about to be another massacre. I wish I had another bottle of bourbon to make a
Molotov
cocktail, because... Yeah... It's a good thing that I... How many boxes of shotgun shells you got?
Probably not enough. Oh, there's a pipe. It was nice of you to let me get my shotgun out the back of the car before you called in all the zombies.
Hey, I didn't do it.
I know. Equipping both hands. Grab the shells. God, that was a... in fact, I have
if you
none.
go around back here.
I have none whatsoever.
There might be some in the back of my truck.
I've got 36. My character's not very good at aiming.
Alright, I'm gonna be... Holy cow, there's some going... A bunch of them going through the mall over here. I'm about to start hauling them through this corridor. Alright, while you guys take care of those ones, I'm gonna start calling these ones. Yeah, I'm bringing a party here.
Click.
I got 111 shotgun shells myself.
I've got 15. Coming to you right, Dave.
And what do you know?
Behind you, Dave, as well.
It's supposed to be no respawn.
We think that's a lie. Oh, how can you miss? 3 times! God damn it.
Alright, looks like you guys got your hands full pretty good.
I think I'm officially out of bullets, that's fine.
I'm trying not to bring too many over to you guys.
Okay, yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? Right, okay. Oh, really? Come on. Oh, I don't want to get caught up in that lot if I can help it. Just slow that guy down a bit so I see if we can make a bit of an escape. That bloke looks like he might have something useful sticking out of him.
Time for a reload.
Yeah.
Alright. It's at this point that I'm going to say I'm going back to base.
Yeah, that's a good call. Yep, steady on. I would stop using the gun, Dave.
Dave, a word of advice. When it gets dark, guns don't work.
Oh, there's the car. Right, I think we've done a lot of good there. I think we've properly cleared this. I mean, I did a lot of burnings last week, or during the week, so that we could get rid of the other side of Muldraugh, and we've pretty much cleared out this end of Muldraugh now. So hopefully,
You'd have to admit that but yes, my shotgunning has been. I have had a lot of practice with the shotgun.
you have, over the many years that we've been playing this. So Super always resorts to a shotgun.
Hey, it's an effective way to do it.
It is. I'm not saying it isn't.
But yes, cheese. They are set to where they aren't supposed to be respawning.
But they are. Quite blatantly. And we're having issues with them kind of despawning and then respawning around you, which is really upsetting. I can see my green
Which what
screens.
happened today?
Yeah. All of a sudden.
They attempted to respawn around me.
Yeah. So, from what you were saying, it's not just our server as well. I saw my green screen starting to go funny as well, because the daylight's going. Let's do that. Rely on the ambient light of a few actual lights to dim it off a bit.
Yeah, I haven't played much DayZ, but I did get something in the mail yesterday that I've been doing a lot of different things this week. Myself, I've been prepping cosplay for this summer into the fall.
And so far, your efforts look awesome, mate.
So, yes, I got my cosplay for this summer. It's going to be introduced at either Black Hills Con or Voices Against Cancer. Which Voices Against Cancer I always have done the last couple of years along with SuperCon. And it is going to be the Riddler.
I was going to say, if you're on my channel or you're on my YouTube stream, check out the links in the description for any of my videos. Join the Discord and you'll see some of the cosplay stuff that Super gets up to.
In fact, I've actually came up with one riddle that makes a lot of sense. Riddle me this, Ven.
Go on then.
What is black and has a flat?
That'd be a tyre in Project Zomboid.
The Batmobile.
Flat?
Yes, the Batmobile has tires.
Right, okay. I was going to say maybe it was a case of it was a sleek-looking car and flattish. But
Well,
then
I mean,
sort of
it's actually...
The Michael Keaton one was quite nice. But then thinking of the tumbler from Christian Bale's Batman, that's not very flat. That's quite large and chunky.
Well, the original Batmobile from the Adam West was pretty flat.
Yes, it was.
All right, when we get back, we got a bunch of zombies down at the end of our driveway.
Yeah, they can stay there.
Yeah, but they won't.
Well, considering we've just driven past them, Dave, kind of suggests that they're going to migrate this way anyway, so... Oh, well, nice one. Dave's got the door. Doorman Dave. Right, so we have some loot. What loot do I have? Right, so I've got another trap.
Well, that's your headlights. I was wondering what the heck.
So I can actually, if I put it in here, actually no, it doesn't work like that. You do like that and you go on there. So let's put it in the main inventory, and then you can place your
Okay.
mouse trap. Just Yeah, that's not going to be very convenient there, unfortunately.
I'm parking your truck.
Leave my truck where it is. I like my truck.
Well, fine.
It's convenient for getting things in and out of it. That's all. Right, so where are we keeping videos and things like that? Do we have Woodcraft 3? No, we don't. So Woodcraft 3 in there. That's, I'm assuming that we don't have Woodcraft 3 over here. Right, okay, so where we do. We've got multiples of Woodcraft 4 and 6. And today was brought to you by the letter E. And for some reason we've got a digital red watch in the bookcase. Get rid of the duplicates.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never played DayZ myself. Jeez,
Whereas I've played DayZ a lot. It's a good game. I like it a lot. Although I've played enough of it to know that I probably don't ever want to play it again. It's one of those games. It's like one of the things I really used to enjoy about DayZ was, as I said before, was finding the parts for the cars, and in the maps that I would spawn in, I would go around and fix up the cars. I always found that fun, which is probably a sad part of DayZ. But at least if you've got a working car, then you can just drive around and do what you want. But obviously, it makes a target of you as well, because you've got a working car, and everybody wants a working car. So,
yeah.
right. Eat the granola bar, all of it. Okay, so there's some stuff in here I can drop off. I do need to organise a little bit better. Like the red watch, that can go in there. Stick the bucket outside, I think. I'll just drop it over here, where it can catch some water and be generally useful. Wood glue in this corner bit, just here with all the other wood glue. Well, we've got plenty of wood glue in
Is
there.
Dave just collecting sporting goods?
That could be a thing, yes.
Because he found a baseball, a football, and a boxing gloves.
Yeah, one of the storage units we emptied out near the Muldraugh base had those bits and bobs in them, so I'm going to put those in there purely because it'll upset Joe, because it's very disorganised and Joe was very organised as a person. Right, so
that is true. He does have his way of doing things.
yeah, okay, so we're missing Electronics 2, not Electronics 3. So Electronics 3 you can go everything. With Joe, everything had a place and everything was in its place. He was very good like that. Whereas we're not quite like that. It's like, oh, there's a box, it's empty, let's shove stuff in there. Right, so chocolate. I'm going to grab some chocolate. And
I am going to be making some pasta here.
Instead of eating it, we're going to bait the trap. Let's see whether this trap needs baiting. Add bait chocolate. Yep, so that's the 2 traps baited. And that will catch mice and rats. And then that will provide us with
I'm going to add some
sauce
white
of meat.
wine to this pasta.
A white wine sauce with pasta. Awesome. And so back to military Dave. Chef Super.
Yes, I'm...
Or Super Chef.
Let's add some dried split peas to these.
Okay, so...
No, it just says pasta.
Mechanics. cooking. Right, okay, so we have a mod installed called Book Learning. I also have one called Book Collection, which renames the books into the proper order. So they're named Volume 1, 2, 3, 4. They've got, like, you know, mechanics for dummies, mechanics intermediate, mechanics advanced, mechanics master, that kind of thing. So if you take a look at these books, what we'll do is we'll actually learn a subject. So normally all the books would do is they would give you an XP boost, but Book Learner, instead of having to do all of that, it actually gives you the XP from reading the book as well. So if we go for something that's actually going to be useful, let's go with, where's all the foraging books gone? I don't know. So we'll go with foraging. Foraging is a fairly easy one to level up anyway. And because we're in a rural area, you're quite likely to find food. So foraging is this one on the bottom here, and you can already see that it's gaining experience as we move about. So as it's doing this, I've actually been playing Valheim a lot this week as well. I played Valheim years ago when it first came out. It's and I've got back into it again, and I'm really quite enjoying it. I managed to get past. Previously, I managed to get past the first and second boss, which is Ecthea. And what was the other one? What's the second one? I don't know. Anyway, I'm on to the third one called Bone Mass. And I've never killed Bone Mass yet. So I'm gearing up for that this week. This one, as you can see, it's slowly gaining. Now, it's not perfect. You don't gain all of the experience. Sometimes you actually have to just get a couple of extra points on the end just to finish off the second tier.
Here we go. There you go, Dave. You want to check out the pasta?
Super's alcoholic pasta. And just put a match
got
to
some
it.
white wine, some beef jerky, some dried peas and beans and all that.
Right. So if let's have a look.
Chow down.
If Pixel Berserker Studios is still watching, Super's doing what I was saying earlier. Is basically you can put a load of stuff in a pot and you can make a healthy meal out of it, or nutritious. There is salt in one of the cabinets as well, Super, and possibly pepper if you want to season it.
I've been using it.
Okay, cool. Because that adds more nutrition to a value, to a meal. Now, if you're into the foraging side of this, then foraging, if you've got a knife and a bowl, you can make, if you get mushrooms or you get berries, you can turn those into a salad. You can then add salt and pepper to that, or even honey to season it and make it even more nutritious and give it value. And there you go. Reading the book, I've just gained foraging level 1. And you can see the green bar down here. And that's what Book Learner does for you. It's one of the mods that's available in the Steam store. We always use it because leveling up is just such a pain, and we basically want to move on in the game. And so that's why we use it. Like I say, it's not perfect. I'm pretty sure occasionally when you get into like the tier 3 books, we tend to get kicked out, don't we, 3 or 4 times during the course of trying to read a book. But
yeah, usually about that.
Books 3, books 4 usually kick you out a couple of times. But I will actually demonstrate foraging as well, so that we can, as I say, as a practice what I preach kind of thing, and that is demonstrate the stuff that we do. So actually, I'll just keep that with me.
Oh, if you haven't done anything with tailoring yet, I just leveled up my tailoring.
Okay, no, yeah, Joe's the tailor, isn't he? Right, okay, so it's dark at the moment.
Yeah, usually he's the one who's got all the heavy armor and everything.
Okay, so we'll have to wait for it to get daylight. So I'm going to continue reading this foraging book in the dark outside. Now, because we're surrounded by this, we shouldn't have any problems. It should start getting daylight, and because we're multiplayer, we can't speed it up any.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, yeah. It's nice to see that my green screen has gone completely nuts again. really
And cheese.
really hates light.
That would basically be a "that's what she said" joke.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me though. But I don't want to keep putting lots and lots and lots of mods. I mean, we've got car mods on this, as you may have noticed. The Dusenhof that Super was talking about and driving around, and the water tankers that are in the game. They're all additional vehicles. We've got Humvees in there as well. We're using a mod called RA's Weapon Durability, which increases the durability of weapons, the melee weapons. It's getting towards 5 o'clock in the morning. Be 5:30. It starts getting daylight, and then we can show you. I can demonstrate round the stream off with a foraging demo. Okay, so the first thing I actually need to do is for the foraging demo is I actually need to take my helmet off because it does have an effect. And I'll actually show this. I can actually show this now. If I do that, if you click on this, not click on it, hover over this eye, you can see vision effects. And you can see it has clothing effect. So it has weather effect, darkness effect, clothing effect. So when it becomes more daylight, the darkness effect will go. But the clothing effect is the fact that I'm wearing a bike's helmet in-game. So if I take my biker's helmet off, wherever it is, I was looking for it, there is. So motorcycle helmet, unequip. As soon as that book's been read. So unequip. Take it off, and then we look at that again. I no longer have the clothing effect. Now this affects what you can see when you're foraging, or whether you can detect things or not. So weather effect is -1.7. Darkness effect, we're still waiting for the daylight to come up. But you can actually search for specific items. You can say I want stones or firewood or other bits and pieces. So I was going to say at that point I open the door to a horde of zombies. So we'll actually just go into, I'm not going to focus on anything particular, but this pane here gives you an idea of what's going on. So again, I'm hovering the mouse over it and it's telling us food is common, animals are common, which is usually things that you can use for as bait for fishing, firewood, but then medicinal plants, stones are rare and others are extremely rare. Now as you move between different areas of the game, so if you're standing on a road, that becomes an urban thing. So let's enter search mode, and you see everything sort of comes down, and you've got this little visibility circle around you. Now you can do a few things to increase the visibility that you've got. So you've still got the darkness effect, but if I actually press the C key and I crouch, I now get a crouching bonus of 10. Now if I use the right mouse key, so I'm doing that, and then look, then it gives us an aiming bonus of +33. So those are the different ways you can improve how you find things. So we can sort of like walk around here. I'm not particularly worried. Right, so let's go into the forest and you'll see this change. Now if this shows just question marks, then you're not going to find anything. It does make spotting signs. Right, so it's now changed. It's now deep forest. And it's changed a little bit more. Medicinal plants are now normal. They're no longer rare. And as you look around, eventually, so if I just go back out, because I don't like being in the woods. It's the end key which brings that in. Right, let's see if we can find some stuff. Now, when you actually spot something, an eye icon will turn up on the map. There you go. Look, just like that. So you've got this eye icon. It grinds you over here, and there we see this. You can do two things. You can either pick up the lemongrass and put it in one of the packs. You can choose the pack, or you can just say discard it. Either way, doesn't matter. You will get the experience for it. And now I picked up some lemongrass. Now lemongrass is quite handy because if you've got a problem with your stomach, it sorts out food poisoning. But using foraging, you can find things like wood, you can find things like medicinal plants, and you
Tree
can find berries,
branches.
tree branches, twigs, that kind of thing. Yeah, so here we go. What we found here. There's a couple of things. I found a stone. Don't particularly want that.
Chipstone.
Yeah, and it's a caterpillar. So I can pick up the caterpillar or discard it, and you can use those as bait on fishing. So,
Or you can use it for birds.
yeah, you can use it for birds. Put it in the sticky traps.
Which I have a couple.
Yeah, okay, so there's one here. So this is probably going to be a tree branch. Chipstone. And you can see, there you go, my foraging's just gone up. Very useful at the start of the game if you're trying to find bits to level up your abilities. Let's get out of this.
Well, not only that, but if you want to take and make like if you can't find an axe, it comes in handy for making a stone axe or stone hammer.
It certainly does. Some of those initial crafting tools. There we
Or
go.
even a stone knife.
Yep. So you've got two different types of stone. You've got the chipstone and the stone. The chipstone's used for creating the knife and I believe the axe, whereas the other one is the hammer.
Yeah, it's the axe, knife, hammer, and spear you can make with.
Yeah. Now, one of the things that people generally have a problem with when they start off with Project Zomboid is finding bandages. So first let me put this book back on there because I've leveled up my foraging. Foraging, farming, fishing, foraging, there it goes in there. Is finding bandages. And bandages are very easy to find. I shall just do this quickly and explain the water. Right, so when a zombie is... You've killed a zombie, they have clothing on them. Specific items of clothing can be ripped up into ripping. So you can rip cloth, you can rip one or all four of them, and that gives you rip sheets, and you could use the rip sheets as bandages. They can also be used to craft sheet ropes as well. But you can treat these like bandages. You can disinfect them with disinfectant, bourbon, or you can boil them in hot water, whether that's in a pot on a campfire or a pot on a stove, and then you can sterilise them and you end up with a sterilised ripped sheet or a sterilised sheet. Or if you've got bandages and you do the same thing, you end up with sterilised bandages. It's always good to carry some alcohol wipes around so you can disinfect wounds should you get them. Generally that. So that's a quick bit of first aid. So you will see these water barrels up here and water barrels down here. Right, so these ones raised up here are actually plumbed in using the pipe wrench to sinks which are on the level below. So this barrel here, if I just go through here quickly, this barrel on the top here is plumbed into a sink that's behind this wall underneath. So it's behind this wall here, and those two are plumbed into sinks at the top of the second floor. Now these ones aren't. These are for washing our characters in and our clothing so we can keep ourselves clean. I'll just show you that. So what that means is we can go to our sinks and we can fill our bottles with clean water. Now the water in those barrels are actually tainted, but the ones that are plumbed into the sinks, the water comes out fresh, it comes out filtered. So that you can drink. The ones on the outside, you can't. The only way to clean water is to boil it on a stove or on a campfire. So, over to you, Super.
The question I'm having is, how does that even work in real life?
It doesn't. I'm not sure whether it's a case of the concept is that taps in America have a filter built into them. I don't think that's the case, but that's the idea that I'm working with on that. It's just how it works in the game. So all of these taps, because we've got them hooked up to the barrels, that water comes through as filtered. That gives you a fresh drinking water. But you, like I say, you can take a pot full of rainwater, like this one out here. You actually look at it, and it actually says cooking pot with water tainted in it. Now, if I pick that up, put it on the stove, and heat it, very quickly that pot with water tainted will just become a pot with water and it will be drinkable. And once it's hot, you can then use it to sterilise bandages and other things. So,
see, I can see the boiling part.
Yeah, that makes sense. That does make sense, because that's what you would. That's something that you would do. And Frosty has joined the chat. Our old friend Eternal Frost, welcome back, old boy. You've just caught me as I'm about to wrap up, mate. Well, if death is the expected outcome of Project Zomboid, it's been a very big disappointment this week.
Because none of us have died.
Yeah, basically.
And we went through a...
Check back in the stream, you'll see what we faced down today. And it was a bit manic, but it's nothing that we're not used to. Especially when the three or four of us are on. So just to end off the stream, I want to shout out to our old mate Joe. Hope you're doing all right, buddy. Hope you'll be on again with us sometime soon. If not, no worries. Keep in touch. Get on the Discord. Say hi. Tell us how you're doing. But until then, right, I'm going to wrap it up there. Dave's just turned up, so Dave can wave goodbye. It's goodbye from Dave. There he is. Bye, Dave. It's goodbye from Super on my channel.
So long on Ven's channel.
And it's goodbye from me. Hope you have a wonderful week. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And join the Discord, get in the discussion. Check out Super's cosplay stuff. He does some 3D printing as well, so get involved. Yeah, goodbye, Eternal Frost. Thank you very much for getting on the chat, chap. Thank you to Stranger. Thank you to Pixel Berserker Studios. And Dave, of course, who's regularly comments on my channel. And, of course, our old friend Chubby Mule. Until then, thanks a lot for watching. Until next week, 1 o'clock GMT, Sunday afternoon.